but that.
And our AI companion. Yeah, I think it's going.
That's the right one?
Yep, because when I pressed it, it said turn it off, so it must be on. See? Stop AI companion. Looks like it's on to you, Tiago? He's our resident techie. Okay, yeah. I think we're set up. And I also would like closed captioning. But we can do that. Jeez.
Unfortunately, yeah, are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, unfortunately, I do not see anyone adopt the agenda.
We can't adopt anything, we're just. Hi there. Hi. We can't adopt.
Okay, we're gonna do introductions. And this is just who you are, where you come from, why you're here. My name is Tina Lumley. I am the vice chair of the Arts and Culture Committee. Excuse me, I'm the co-chair of the Arts and Culture Committee. I've been on the community board since 2018. I joined the community board because of the person that was the president at that time, who happens to be the president now. I've lived in Harlem for 14 years and I wanted to be actively engaged in my community. So I am going to pass it to Tiago.
This is Health and Environment.
Next door.
I'm sorry. Very nice to meet you.
So I'm Iago. I'm just a member of the community.
I leave too. Thank you. Bye.
And
For you.
I've lived here for basically all of my life. And but I've only been to the community for the last year. And yeah, it's good.
Melissa?
My name's Melissa Molinar, and I am a photographer and creative director and educator. I was born in New York, and so I haven't been here in, I would say, over 25 years, and I want to live in Harlem. So I'm here to present my program, Legacy in Color, the senior arts program here to be offered in Harlem, because this is going to be my neighborhood where I live.
Tiago, please come make sure the captions are on, because for some reason, suddenly, I've been gone a month and nothing is working like it worked a month ago.
Okay,
Well, Steve Alexander, been since 2018. Co-chair also on Senior Action Committee. And living in Harlem since 1954. And I'm willing to serve.
I am Daria Hardiman. I am co-chair. Dina. I am a performing artist and a photographic artist by trade, and newly a thank you. Another little thing. I joined this committee. I've joined the community board because just as an artist, I realized once I attended a meeting how important it is to be connected with the city, with the agencies, with the resources, and with each other. So that's why I'm here. And Dina.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dina Lynn Collins, and I am a member of the team that curates programs and services for the Harlem community and beyond. I work with the team as one of the consultants and program coordinators for health and wellness primarily. And I'm here this evening to talk about going forward with our programs and making connections in the community, because we are very strongly committed to offering women and girl arts and culture as well as health and wellness. And we have an event coming up, and that's what I want to talk about this evening.
Okay, great, thank you. Michael? Michael Palmer?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to put my mic on. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, very well.
Okay, wonderful. My name is Michael Palma. I am the executive director of the West Harlem Arts Alliance. I was born and bred here in West Harlem, like my father, and grew up here, went to school here, and undergraduate school at Columbia University. I was the co-founding member of the Arts and Culture Committee of this community board, and I served on the community board for over 25 years, not on the board right now, currently public member of this committee though. And I'm looking forward to give you folks a rundown of all the wonderful activities we have going on this summer.
Great. Gwendolyn?
Good evening, all. I'm Gwendolyn Kingsbury. I'm the Director of Community Engagement and Arts Education at Dance Theater Harlem. I'm here to see what wonderful programming Community Board 9 has and to see if Dance Theater in the future can help at any point in time.
Thank you. Oh, Lord. John? You're still there. Close the things. John, you're on mute.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Very well.
Yes, great. Hi, my name is John McGregor. I'm a publishing professional, literary agent for many years. I've long worked with writers to help them get published and published well. And now I'm transitioning from that to planning a general interest independent bookstore for Harlem that will um, provide community programming, writing workshops for young adults and seniors, um, reading groups, book clubs, um, panel discussions, author events, just a wonderful, welcoming space where community can gather, find a great book, meet friends, exchange ideas, and celebrate the written word. And I'm just here to find out more and more about what's happening in the community along those lines and make connections. So thank you.
Rachel?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rachel Davidson. I work along with Miss Gwendolyn Kingsbury at Dance Theater as manager of arts ed and community engagement. Thank you.
Thank you. Lovely lady. Oh, could you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Barbara Grant, and I have a small company called Black American Dance Heritage Inc. But in the last several months, I became a VP board member of an organization called Harlem Swings. And I work to serve the dance of Lindy Hop and affiliated dances for Lindy Hop. And we're starting here in the Harlem community. Did a residency at A. Philip Randolph this past fall during their PE classes. And they want us to come back to a club, which is really exciting because young people partner dancing and putting their phones down. And we're working with people in the community as well.
I wish I knew you earlier. You are right. I think everyone is introduced. Did I leave anyone out? Did I omit anyone? Do you want to present?
Because you never do, you're always here, and you always give us a blurb.
Yeah, I can do a quick.
Is that all right? Yeah, sure. Fine. I get 500 calls a day. 90,000 of them are spam. Okay. Who we are, what we do. This is the arts and culture portion of the community board. There are several other committees from housing to parks to youth. whatever you're interested in, there is a group that you can attend. And what we are, we're your advocates, we're your voice. We want to hear we want to hear from the community. I'll be 1 second. Future by any chance, are you coming? Are you coming tonight? Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, bye. I'll explain all of this later on. And what we're here to do is to be an advocate. We're here also to collaborate. Everyone here, we have different information to share. This information is in particular to arts and culture in order to be more aware of what's going on, in order to be able to get more butts in a seat, to be a little more graphic. We need to at least be aware of what's happening, and we want to be able to not only share, but to collaborate with everyone.
And with Walter here, we can call the meeting to order at 6:47.
Okay, committee reports, information.
Totally forgot about it. Tina and I, we established a artist information, subcommittee, I mean, directory, which is growing, it's really growing. Some folks have probably gotten stuff from us. We're still looking to expand. It's really growing. It's really, it's a lot of information is being sent. I'm also expanding outside the parameters of just Harlem MCB9. So if you see some from the Bronx or some from Brooklyn and from Inwood and stuff, I just want to, just be inclusive. So especially if it's from diaspora or something that we all can relate to. So I usually tell how many are still active, but I forgot all about it today. So
And I didn't remind you, I'm sorry.
bear with me. So, but there's about 5 or 6 that are still active. I sent out about 30 of them in the last month. So if I think I sent yours,
Yes,
so you get, okay.
Are you on the distribution list?
Yes.
Okay.
Is anyone not on the distribution list that would like to be?
I would like to be on the distribution list.
Nina, could you do me a favor and put your email information in the chat?
Sure.
Your
will.
name, your organization, and you'll be added to the list. And basically what we do, as Walter just explained, is send out information that we receive from various entities it used to be just West Harlem, but we're expanding to let everyone know what's going on and hopefully be able to support one another.
Great, thank you. That would be wonderful.
Okie dokie. Could you do me a favor and log in and put our email, well, but if you have any information, Walter is going to add our email information to the chat on Zoom, and you can just send it to us. And the only thing we request, please put the exact wording that you would want communicated when it's sent out. We don't want to edit, we just want to send. Okay, the next one is the strategic planning. That Walter is not here. Okay. West Harlem Arts Alliance, Michael, take it away.
I'm sorry, I have to find the unmute button and it's in different locations in different systems. So I found it. How's everyone this evening?
Well,
Very well. Well, we have an exciting 2025 season. Tina and Daria, I sent you sort of my report.
Summarize it, everybody.
Pardon me?
Give a highlight for everyone.
Yeah. One of the more exciting things we're doing this summer is what we call the Innovation Triangle. Most organizations in West Harlem have received notification about it, and we are activating the triangle in Manhattanville, where 126th Street and 127th Street converge together. And we have about 18,000 square feet of empty retail space that we're activating for the summer. And we've already, we're looking to have 5 artists in residence there. We have 3 confirmed already. We have open slots for 2. If you know anyone who might be interested, please send them my way. But we're also looking to partner with any West Harlem arts organization who wants to activate the space. As I mentioned before, we have lots of space there, and we've already have a few organizations that are going to be working with us for some portion of the summer, not throughout the whole summer. So there are many slots and times available to activate the space. If anyone is interested, please let me know. Next up, we have our 3rd annual West Harlem Summer Jazz Festival. We are now expanded the Jazz Festival into 3 West Harlem parks. That is Morningside Park, St. Nicholas Park, and Jackie Robinson Park. And our first performance of June will be this Saturday, rather this Friday at Jackie Robinson Park. We will be featuring Gabriel Chakarji Quartet at the band shell there. And then following the next day, on Saturday, we will have a program for kids, a jazz festival program for kids with art making starting at 12:30 at Montefiore Park, followed by a kids concert at 2 p.m. And then we are going to have Sebastian Cruz Jazz Quartet playing at Montefiore Park at 6 p.m. that very same day. In the calendar or in the packet that I sent to Daria and Tina, we have our whole summer already scheduled. The acts have been booked. If you want to find more information about who's playing where, go to www.whaanyc.org. Or you can check out or subscribe to our Instagram account where we post upcoming acts there regularly. Also, we are going to have, as part of the Northern Manhattan Art Stroll, which opened up just last Friday, walking tours of West Harlem with John Reddick. The first one will be, now, as you know, West Harlem is made up of ostensibly 3 neighborhoods, Morningside, Hamilton Heights, and Manhattanville. And so John will give tours in each area, starting with Morningside on Saturday, June 7th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. He will do a walking tour of Hamilton Heights on Saturday, June 14th, again at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then he will be giving a tour of Manhattanville, June 28th, Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. as well. As part of our never-ending support for local artists, we are teaming up with Uptown Night Market to feature every second Thursday of the month from now. Actually, we started back in April. From April all the way through to September, we will be featuring and highlighting showcasing rather a West Harlem artist. And next up is Sandy Peters, which will be this Thursday, June 12th, from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. And that is at the Uptown Night Market right there on 12th Avenue on 132nd Street. We will be conducting our last Learn, Mix, and Mingle, which is technical assistance workshops for artists. Our last one of the year will be on June 11th, Wednesday, June 11th, from 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. The topic is friend or foe, Chat GPT, and AI for artists. This workshop is conducted free of charge. And if you want to register for the workshop, because space is limited, you can go to our website and click under workshops, and you can register through our website. Like the title suggests, it's half of the evening is a workshop and the other half is a mixer, so that all the attendees of the workshop can mix and talk about opportunities with fellow artists. I believe a couple of the attendees tonight have participated in the past. This mixer after the workshop is going to be in room 315 at the Lee C. Bollinger Forum at Columbia University, and then the mixer portion will be at 314 Pizzeria. That's the name of the place, 314 Pizzeria. That's between Tiemann and LaSalle. And we just completed our affordable portraiture sessions for West Harlem artists. And I think Gwen and some of her staff and artists, resident artists there, came by and had their portraits taken. And it was done at a very, very affordable price. And I think this is a program that's been very, very popular. We had 64 slots for artists, uptown artists, and we filled, I think, 61 of those slots. And so we were pretty solidly booked over the course of 2 days, 15-minute sessions. And we took affordable headshots for about 60 uptown artists. So a summer filled with jazz, art activation, exhibitions at the Triangle, workshops, and artist showcase. These are all the activities that we have going on this summer. To find out more details about the activities, please go to our website at whaanyc.org. Thank you.
Our next subcommittee report is from Art for You. We were going to have a showcase this month, as a matter of fact, on the 15th. But unfortunately, we only had 2 groups that were available to participate. We were scheduling it too late in the year. Let's put it this way. I was scheduling the one that does not have children, doesn't know anything about when I figured the school year would be over. But yeah, they're over and gone. So we're going to work in coordination with the youth and library group starting in September, and hopefully we'll be able to put something on before December of 2025. So something hopefully will still happen this year. Unfortunately, it was going to be at George Bruce Library, but we had the space, but we didn't have enough groups to have a real program. Okay, community updates. Martin Collins is not here. Rachel?
Dina Lynn Collins.
I'm sorry?
Dina Lynn Collins.
But I thought Rachel wanted to.
Did Rachel want to get on there too?
Rachel, did you want to have a community and say anything for community updates?
The only thing that we would have going on right now is our virtual auditions for our school. Will be happening June 8th. No prior knowledge is necessary. When do you remember the age on that? I don't remember the age of that, but I can check that out for you. But that would be what I would have to share as far as dance theater is happening. If there are any young people who are interested in studying with us over the summer, like I said, that virtual June 8th date, they can do that. And if they want to find more information, just go to our website and click on schools, and all the information is there. And I will also leave my email information in the chat, and I can forward it to our school administration.
Okay, Gwen or Rachel, you have a soft copy of that information for the virtual tryouts?
Yes, forward that to you. I can forward that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Dina.
Hi again. I'm just like so excited to be here with all of you. I'm wondering, should I be there in person? I probably would
Back in September.
like to be there in person to meet all of wonderful people who are involved in the community and in arts. I just wanted to let everyone know that the CODA Alliance is an organization, a nonprofit organization in Harlem that uplifts women and girls through culture, arts, and holistic health and wellness. In our efforts to continue to provide really great programs aligned with that mission, we are doing a fundraiser on June 12th. It is our annual destination dining fundraiser to bridge cultures and generations, as we are a multi-generational organization. And it is from 6:30 to 9 p.m. on Thursday, June 12th. This year we are featuring women in the culinary arts and working with a local female chef by the name of Lana Lagomari Sini, who was a Top Chef 2025 competitor. We're really excited to have her on board, as well as her three female chefs in assistance with her. So we hope that we generate a lot of interest and are able to raise funds that will be used towards our fall programs for teens, women, and other marginalized communities. So is there also a way that I can put this in a calendar to let folks know about it?
Do you want a copy of that information, including the price?
Yes.
Could
Can
you
I
send,
just-
I think Walter put in both of our email addresses. You could send that to us. We'll disseminate it and you'll be added to the list so you'll see it.
Fabulous. Would it be okay if I linked you to the Eventbrite? By putting the Eventbrite link?
Put all the information there.
Okay.
Could you, how much is it? What's the price?
The tickets start, I think, the $250 for a seat, a VIP seat, or you can send someone else for $100 donation.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Barbara?
Yes, I was trying to get the email address, but hi. Impromptu, okay. It's okay, I speak off the cuff all the time. First of all, I want to thank CB9 because since I came here almost about a year now, that a lot of things have happened positively on my show. And what I've been doing is really just connecting with some of the people you referred me to. So Boza Edward, Boza Rivers, Greater Harlem Chamber of Commerce. So we've gotten some things done. So when I first came here, I was just this lady that likes to swing dance. And now I became a VP of Harlem Swings, which has been around since 2017-ish. They started here at A. Philip Randolph giving classes. Had a little reorg that had to happen. And since that time, we've merged for a year with an organization called the International Lindy Hop Championships, which used to be held outside of New York. Because Lindy Hop was born and bred here, they said we got to make a presence in New York. They've been here since 2022, but they really needed to know the insides of Harlem. So that's why we merged. They've been giving the world finals here in Harlem at the Alhambra. But because of the political situation, people from Europe and Canada and Brazil and all these other Asia were afraid to come here. They didn't know if they could get in or if they can get back out. So instead of having our competition over the Memorial Day weekend, we were pushing it back to August, but even since that time, things didn't materialize. But what we have done, because we had COVID, we've held the competition virtually. So we're still going to hold it virtually in August. So that's up and running. That's going to happen. We did have a celebration during the Memorial Day weekend because that's actually Lindy Hop, Frankie Manning weekend. So we have International Lindy Hop Day on the 25th, and then on the 26th is Frankie Manning's birthday. So we do a jazz tour up at Woodlawn, and we visit a lot of the luminaries who are buried there. That was a wonderful experience. And we also have a intergenerational dance where a group of us collaborated, gave a dance. Harlem Swing sponsored the elders, so I was an elder driver. And there were about 30 of us. I'm included. And there were about 30 of us. And unfortunately, we couldn't have it in Harlem. We went to another location. But going forward, we will be having it in Harlem every year. St. Paul, St. Andrew's Church on West 86th Street, right on West End Ave. They have a beautiful space. And it was sort of a collaboration because everybody is feeling the strain of folks not coming into New York for the big weekend event that we normally would have over Memorial Day. Since we pushed it back to August, a lot of those people would have normally been in town. So we decided to delve, combine forces, which went very well. We have a few, up to from 60, meaning all the way up to 94 years old.
Wow.
And and they can still swing out. We also will have an opportunity to do a small micro program at one of the local schools here. It's a charter school, but they're open to giving us 4 weeks, paying an instructor to teach Lindy Hop to K through 5th grade, which is and the young man that's going to be hired, he's born and raised in Harlem. He's a Harlem School of the Arts alum, and he loves that age group, and he's all like 20 to 4. And he's ready to go. He's on like the Lindy baby. He got to meet Norman Miller. He's been around that whole energy of elders. So he is ready to go. And just recently, just by walking around and meeting people, I spoke to a gentleman at the Children's Village, which is right in the Drew Hamilton houses on 143rd. They have a nice small gym, and they offered us a pilot program like for summer, 2 nights a week. So we're working to get at least 10 youth, at least say from 13 and up, because they can stay out a little later to learn Lindy Hop. So we're really excited about that. And they may extend it into the studio. And because of me coming out of my shell and going to places, I spoke to a woman at John Westward School. She happened to be hosting a big forum about the Board of Education and the budget cuts back in 2024. And she remembered me, and I had called her up and said, do you want to pilot? She said, yeah, we want to do 10 weeks in the fall, come back in August. We'll pay your artists to come and teach. So we have this plethora of Black American Caribbean artists who are teachers who want to give back. And they're younger than me, and so they will be doing workshops here and A. Philip Randolph, like I mentioned before, wants to do a club. So that's going to be this coming fall.
Barbara, do you have a website?
It's harlemswings.org, and it's being reorged. And we're sort of blending with the International Lindy Hop Championships website. We're going to link back and forth. What the International has done for over like 20 some odd years has been giving workshops all around the world. And the woman who runs it has embraced us to come into Manhattan, with primarily Harlem, to do this work. It's like a nice tie-in to have all these international people who are still working virtually as well. We can connect to, so that's kind of pretty exciting.
Well, we're really trying to have an event next fall. And after your youth have gone through the class, you would love to have that.
Yeah. I'm hoping for this summer for Harlem Week will be in the children's village. We're hoping some of those children that we are grooming from the summer program will come and join the elders who will be doing the workshop, teaching people Lindy Hop in that little playground. And we're hoping to have a showcase to include children in one of the stages during the big fair on 135th Street. So that's, no, it's just a matter of just plugging away. And one more thing I must share. Okay, so I went to a 70s dance, and there at the dance was a woman that I didn't realize I was going to be introduced to. 2 weeks ago, I meet this elder. She's 94. She can tell you everything about swing, Harlem, swing when it left Harlem, everything. So talking to her, and she said, I grew up on 140 between 7th and 8th. I said, wow, my grandmother was on that block. Do you know Bessie Dixon? She said, Miss Bessie. Her grandmother and my grandmother were close friends. You know, back in the day, people were on the stoop, or my grandmother was a ground floor windowsill. So that's how they lived. And she remembered them, and I have older siblings, so I had Miss Joyce speak to my oldest brother, who's 75, and he remembered everything.
That's fabulous.
She was in awe, and I'm like, when she said her nickname, I said, "You're Miss Chicky." No, I know who you are. I was so full, and I'm getting the opportunity to interview her for the New York Public Library Oral History Project.
Wow.
And she is sharp as a tack. Oh my gosh, I'm just, you know, these full circles, when you just come out, you never know what's coming back. Always gotta let people know what you need, so. Yeah. Fabulous. So thank you guys. Had I not walked in here last year, I would have just probably been in my little shell, just dancing in the parks. But not, you know, but really cementing this dance back into our kids' feet, and we're intergenerational, so everybody here learn some Lindy Hop. Yeah, don't start. Thank you.
Barbara.
Thank you so
So,
much.
the one in August down at, you said downtown.
Well, the one in August, we're gonna be virtual in August. We're going to participate in the street fair. We're gonna have some of our young adult dancers do a presentation on one of the stages, you know, the stages.
Okay, yes.
So, we were trying to get grants too, but we ain't got that kind of, you know, sizzle yet.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah.
you warm up to that. Yeah, but Boza knows, and Mr. Give me his name, the gentleman from the Greater Harlem Chamber of Commerce.
Oh, it comes on every week
Phil.
on BLS. It comes on.
Yeah. Lloyd, not Lloyd.
Yes,
Lloyd.
Yeah, yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yes. So during the Tina Turner year, remember they had the big thing for Tina Turner? My 84-year-old dance partner and I, we dressed up and we practiced. And we were dancing on the side. And I said, you know, when Proud Mary comes on, he's gonna ask us. And he asked us to come and join the front of the
Wow,
stage.
that's
And we got to join. That was it's so exciting. So I took those pictures and blew it up and sent it to him in the email. Remember me? I want to join. This is what we got going on. And one more thing, Mr. Boza was so kind to lend us the streaming rights to stream this documentary. Chick Webb, King of Swing, produced that documentary maybe 8 years ago, roughly. And I've seen it. I have a copy of it. He allowed us to stream it on Frankie Manning's birthday.
Wow.
So that was like so special. And one of the board members from International Lindy Hop Championship helped co-produce that documentary. There's no accident. Yeah. I was like, what? So yeah, it's just been that kind of flow.
This might be a suggestion. And so John Jesmondville has grants for them. And if you've been to some of the concerts there,
Yeah.
some people get up all the time
That's
and they dance. So might be able to collaborate one of the jazz artists with your dance group.
yeah.
And this way, you know, you can like, it's
Give
a
us a
jazz.
song and we
So if you
song.
know Robin,
Yes.
Robin,
Stevens,
yes, and maybe, you know, that could work out. It's another way to
Yeah,
introduce.
yeah. You can try to
And
reach out.
Boza's the one for that.
Boza.
So I have Robin's information, but Boza and Robin are very close.
Yeah. My wing woman is fabulous. You know her, Lana Turner.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm trying to get through, because Lana's a swing dancer too. She's part of our crew. Yeah,
We'll put that together.
yeah, yeah. Just, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, now we're going on to, does anyone else have a community announcement? I don't
Yeah.
Well, hi, y'all.
Really quick. Hi, everybody. My name is DeSoto. I am the outreach assistant for Every Voice Choirs. It is a choir program that accepts kids 7 through 18. And now that our concert, our Merkin Hall concert has finished, which Walter attended, we're very thankful for that. We are now UBC for registration for the fall and for the spring of next year. So if you know anybody that's interested in being part of the kids choir, our youth choir, intergenerational community choir, voiceability, please let us know. We are looking for new members. And I also sent an email to all of you with the soft copies of everything, and I should get everything printed out and brought to the office soon. So yeah. Yeah.
I'll check it out. Yeah, but I also want to add, I really,
I remember you saying they were coming.
I really enjoyed your concert, but I think I was especially blown away with the disabled folks. With the special needs folks. And they, as they sang, they, you know, and they were so enthusiastic to get up there. One of the guys walked up to the microphone, so he had to. But the guy that was sitting behind us, I think maybe one of his, and he said, he just gave me a hug. It was so, you know, I just, you had people who have experience in vocal, people who didn't have experience, they just want to be a part of. And it's just good to see people want to do something constructive, you know, so. Every voice choirs means every voice.
Exactly, yeah.
I really had a great time. It was so, yeah.
I see so, I see arrow.
We need
Lip sync.
Okay, now we're going on to our presentation, so no more community updates. Okay, Jazz Power Initiative, I do not see. So we're going with Melissa Moliner. Would you put up?
Thank you, Daria.
Of course.
Presentation.
Where is it
You
at?
accidentally closed the edge.
Help me.
This is why we need it.
Exactly.
I think it should. Then,
No,
Wait,
it's created that
created.
one.
Okay.
That one.
There we go.
all right.
There it is. Can you all see?
Can the folks on Zoom see the presentation?
I can see it.
Okay, and then I just have to scroll up
Yeah.
down. Okay.
You want to do it?
If you can do it for me, do you mind?
I don't. You just tell me when.
Okay, perfect, thanks. Okay, so if we go to the, Darren, can you just scroll up to this page? Thank you. Okay, I'll just start today.
Here.
It's gonna be there. Yeah, the first one.
Okay.
It'll be this
Okay,
one.
all the
right?
way?
Yes, please.
Mhm.
Yes, so you can see. Okay, so hi, everyone. Well, first of all, I want to thank Walter and Tina for inviting me.
I'm sorry. They probably can see you better
Oh, okay.
closer,
there?
either, yeah,
Oh, okay.
probably.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. All right. So my name's Melissa Molinar. I am a creative director and photographer and educator. One of the things that I'm really passionate about is combining personal development with creative expression. And so I am presenting one of the programs I created called Legacy in Color. And it's about remembering who you are. Now, this, Tina wanted me to pitch it as a senior arts program. And I am 100%, I actually recruited one lady today on the way coming over here. Because I wanted, you know, it's market research. I want to be able to speak to people and find out if it's something that they'd be interested in. But For me, legacy and color and remembering who you are is like we're in a day and time where people are scared to be seen, especially as we age. I believe, according to Walter, but he didn't want to say, I'm a senior citizen and I'm proud. Okay, I'm proud to be a senior citizen. And I say this to say, you would never guess that I was shy. And I say this is that I feel as we tend to get older, especially women, we tend to put family in front of us because that's what you do. But we also forget who we are. And Legacy in Color is asking you to remember who you are. And so it's an interdisciplinary arts program that blends personal development and the exploration of, what kind of legacy do we want to create? Okay. So it's broken down in 3 parts. So the first one is legacy in color, legacy in portraiture, right? And so basically what I would be doing under my tutelage is being able to guide the participants through taking selfies and using their phone, being able to sum up and define who they were. Like if no one could speak to you, right, what would you have to say? Right?
Y'all.
You got it? No.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
And so also it would be a personal sitting with me, is I love Harlem, I love community, so I love using Harlem as also the main character. And depending on the participant's personality, like how do they want to be seen? So that would be styled by me and photographed by me. Okay, so that's one, so that is one point. The second point of legacy in color is legacy in jewelry, creating your legacy. As a jewelry designer, I am a graduate gemologist. I'm a multi-hyphenate creative, so I do a lot of things really well. So when I started creating jewelry and designing jewelry, I understood that jewelry has such an intimate connection. And what I want to do is to be able to show the participants through wire wrapping, beading, and soldering. What is your legacy? Like, do you want to create a pendant that acts as a code of honor for the next generations to come? That maybe they're going to take that mold and want to wear that ring, want to wear that pendant. Something that symbolizes that you were here long after the avatar is gone. Okay? And so the third pillar of legacy in color is legacy in wisdom, right? Wisdom through experiences. It's what I'm doing is creating an envelope wall, right? And so the wall would be any type of anecdotes that you would want to pay forward, right? Maybe it's something that you'd never do again. Maybe it's the funniest story. Maybe it's the lie that you regret. It doesn't matter. The participants are going to be able to write out what wisdom they want to go forward. They will go ahead and anonymously. If you want to put your name on it, that's great, but you don't have to. And so what will happen is that at the culmination of the 12-week course is that you're going to have an art show for all the participants. You will see what legacy that they created, and also inviting our community to participate in the envelope wall as we go forward. Because I feel like as we all age intergenerationally is the solitude. Not everybody does good in loneliness, right? Once we stop going to school, once we stop coming to a workplace, I'm a solopreneur, that socialization gets taken away from you. As you age, the same thing happens, makes it harder and harder for you to really engage. And my programs are not only is it an arts program, but it's a way for you to meet people. It's a way for you to come out of your comfort zone in a way that connects you to a community.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
Is it June 2nd every Tuesday at 6:30?
No, this was for today. I created the flyer for today. Yeah, I created the flyer for today that if you wanted for people to come, to hear about it. So that's why I created the flyer.
Now, where's your 6-week course?
Okay, so I'm looking for a place for it. I'm looking for a place and I have been applying for grants, so any type of information that you guys have for me, I really appreciate it. Because it's something that I'm really passionate about and I'd love to be able to take my workshops, because I've created more than one, whether to have it in the schools, or as a summer program, but yeah, I'm open.
I think you're using nation for two, libraries.
That would be great, yeah,
It's a little late though for summer program. That's all.
right.
Tina,
Well, suggestions.
Yeah,
Tina,
yes.
we have 18,000 square feet of space in Manhattanville and 126 between Amsterdam and Convent.
Do we have it?
Yes, that's when he's got that space activating.
It's when will it be open?
July 1st officially, but we're putting people in now.
So we will put you in touch.
Yes, I would love that,
Exactly.
yes, I would love
We are
that.
better together.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is perfect.
This is
Yeah,
the
that's
reason.
perfect. And I'd love to take, I'll talk to Michael about an art exhibit that I've come up with that I'm pitching for a grant that's in grant. So.
And Rachel, did you have, I thought I saw your hand.
Yeah, but Michael jumped to me. But it's all good. We're here to share the love. I'm not upset about it.
What is it?
So I was just asking her to clarify what type of space she was looking to use, rent, or what, I just needed some more clarity on the type of space that she would need to conduct such activities, because I would love for that to also be part of what we can do at Dance Theater in terms of our community engagement options. But again, I don't know exactly what her needs are and what that would look like in our space, but I'm definitely open to the conversation. I've already put my email address in the chat, Melissa, if you want to consider a second space.
I would love that. I would definitely love
yeah.
to be able to contact you and talk to you about that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Rachel, the reason I asked you to go ahead and say it is because this is a fabulous program that I would love to see people doing a tug of war over, but even after Melissa is settled, this is actually on YouTube. So again, this is something else that might go out to the community, and someone else with programming might be able to take advantage of the space with you and also with Michael. So that's why I just asked you to share for posterity.
Thank you.
Well,
Yeah,
may
absolutely.
may I also interject, because the Coda Alliance is also a community space, and we are in a brownstone on 153rd Street on St. Nicholas Place. And we are looking for those types of art programs to expand what we're offering to the community. So I'm gonna put my name in the hat as well, so that you can contact me.
Because of the fact that I would love to get your feedback, Michael, Rachel, and your feedback, because I did create 3 other programs that based in arts, based like this one, but just different, like Creative and Unbothered are for specifically for my young performers, because you have to develop the stamina of rejection. It's not, especially if you want to be famous, celebrities, the inner game. And so it's me teaching them in building blocks and having real conversation, real advice about what does it mean? How do you feel to be jealous and envy? That's important. We have to stop pushing that away. Right. And so we want to be so we want to be able to have like these real conversations with our young performers and our creatives, because times are changing. People aren't going just to college that anymore, but they're being made to feel like their creativity is something to be discounted, and it's not. I would love the opportunity to be able to connect with the 3 of you and share the other programs I developed as well.
Absolutely.
That sounds wonderful, especially since we have the piece of health and wellness.
You and someone speaking in the office, and you'll speak next. Thank you.
I just want to say, I was in one of the meetings and I went outside and she was looking in the window. I said, well, we have this going, that going, that going, and here she is. And when you get this, the senior thing established, as I said, I was born in 19.
I'm 69.
Exactly. I know you say that. So I have an early recollection of Harlem from 1954 to 1962 before we moved uptown. So I would love to contribute my story.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We love it.
Everyone, thank you.
Ewan?
Yes.
Going to say something? Or
That
have
was
a
me. That was me, Dina Collins.
Oh,
I was just letting everyone know that as the health and wellness program coordinator, one of the things that we do strive to offer as a part of our community services is introducing young people and other adults who have never experienced holistic wellness to modalities such as energy healing and yoga and acupuncture and all across the spectrum of wellness programs, not just for physical wellness, but also for mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. So I would definitely love to hear from all of you in relationship to that aspect of also what we offer in terms of not only being a space that is grounded in work and the mission of offering all arts and culture, but also introducing health and wellness, holistic medicine to the generations.
thank you.
Thank you.
We actually, for our art therapy, that could be something that we explore. So Dina, thank you for that. And John, you're not saying
Yes.
anything, but you know, my favorite thing about your proposed thing is your oral history project that you're trying to do.
Yes.
So I think that would definitely be something that you could connect with Melissa on as well.
Yes, I was thinking about it, but I mean, since it's not up and running yet, I was hesitant to sort of jump in, but yeah, that's
It might be something you all could collab on because she's looking to launch, you're looking to launch. It might be a good intersection. So just all the things. We are better together. And I love this. I love how somebody comes in and this is what we do. And everybody but Melissa, I guess, has been here before. And this just I've been gone a month and I missed y'all.
welcome back, Daria.
I love it. I love it. So, all right, Tina.
Walter's going to give you his phone and you can put your email and telephone number in the chat. That's, and okay, everyone have it.
No problem.
People copy.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, the new business is where you stop with the activity for a youth program. And we're going to initiate it in the fall. Old business, RK restoration.
Nothing since the last time I talked about, but there's movement and I'm really, actually I need to get to, Dan said that they've been talking about it at, the Harlem, WHDC.
Before you.
Yes.
Can you give a little background so people.
It's a theater on 146th Street in Broadway that's been vacant for about 35-ish years or maybe more. I used to go there as a kid, as I was saying, so that's another place I visited. As they've been renovating theaters all around the city, why shouldn't our theater in Harlem be renovated? And we're thinking about a multicultural experience, and not only just for art, but maybe for community discussions and dance performances, all kinds of things that could be. In addition to, there's an adjacent property on 147th and Broadway. It's a vacant lot right now. And we would love to be able to build housing there. especially for artists and my love, my seniors, we need to play. I have a lot of seniors. Yes, I have a lot of seniors that they 20 years ago could run up the street flights of stairs. Now with the, struggling with packages and shopping carts and all that stuff. So, and there hasn't been any senior housing built in Harlem in years. So hopefully within next mayor coming in, we can start that project as well as, so there's movement with the theater part. I can't give too much. I was told to withhold, so probably about September when we there should be some really, but it's really sounding good. They also, if you notice, the theater on 100th Street and Broadway, the Metro Theater, they started renovating that. So that's been vacant for about same length of time. So they did.
The Metro's only been vacant about 14 years.
That's all.
The arcade was vacant a long time.
I know. I was saying very good. Yes, I did when it's kid, So anyway, so that's the background. So at one time there was no movement. We just it was a wish to do it. And we were looking for investors and architects, but we went inside. We got a chance to go inside and look. I don't know if the stuff is structurally sound, but they may have to take, but the balcony, the seats and stuff. Matter we still have the pictures. I still have them on headphones. So maybe I'll put them. I think it's maybe the point needs to see this, just to see what it looks like. But it's really. And we also had an artist in residence called Classical Theater Harlem was interested in being an artist in residence, and they doing some fantastic stuff. They're doing since they're renovating Shakespeare in Central Park, the theater there. Classical theater has been taken, and they've been doing stuff in Bryant Park. So it's already started. There's summer things. I just distributed that as well.
It was
So
be funded as well.
yes. So it's. I'm excited about it. I really am, It really would be. It may take time to do it, but if it don't, as it gets, you'll get the ball rolling.
And before the pandemic, the developers were actually on board, and then the pandemic made it kind of fall apart. And Walter has taken up the mantle to chase it down to see if we can get this going again.
Absolutely. I noticed that there's more vacant properties, I guess, properties that you can rehab on East Harlem as opposed to West and Central.
That's CB either 10 or 7. I think it's 7. Yeah, I think it's 7.
But we have, the project is about $200 million, I think they estimated for what we were looking at.
And that's
if anybody knows
like
anybody.
my friend would say, it's a mere bag of shells. People have that money. A lot of money out there.
Yeah.
So
let me check my pocket here. Let me see how much.
I think we can.
Yes.
First step was to do an assessment of the property. They need some architects to come in.
And we have 2 colleges, City College and Columbia, both have architectural programs.
Yeah,
So
and
the
pull
students-
the seniors and then them do it.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's true. I mean, when you're thinking about cost, and you're thinking about investing in the community, then why not have the seniors? Because of the fact their advisors are gonna be the ones to supervise.
Yeah.
All right, as far as my agenda is concerned, this is it. Does anybody want to suggest?
Motion to adjourn.
So move.
Thank you, everyone.
Adjourn at 7:39.
Woohoo!
Our last meeting for the
Good night, everybody.
summer. We'll be back in September. No meetings for
Good
July.
night.
In September.
Night.
Sing us away, Walter.
Have a great summer, everybody.
Yes.
You too.
All right, take
Great
care,
meeting all
everybody.
of you. Take care.
Bye-bye.
It was such a great.
Number
I see. So,
Happy.
you know, that's it. Your mom, I love your mom. Yeah.
We love Giving them the opportunity to switch a division, I don't get it, and then in school and stuff, just give them that way to express themselves, and use sign language, all like.
That's what, yeah.
Yeah.
And when you say, and you know, like, come on. And thank you for also coming to sing at the senior active.
No problem.
You know, I just tell you, some of our.
I'll be there.
I only saw you
Oh,
singing.
singing.
Now, let me tell you what happened. I had another song lined up. But when they went to serve the food, that was it.
Thank you,
Well,
Tiago.
we did, but you know, that's what to keep them there, you know, yeah. Well, the intention was to have